In our last video, we showed you how to draw two-dimensional lines, rectangles, circles, and arcs. What we need to do now is add dimensions to these drawings. If you look at the assignment, it tells you all of the dimensions that the drawing should be. So you can see you have your extension lines and dimension lines. So we're going to start with the lines that we drew. The very first one had a dimension of 1.25. Then it went to 1, 0.75, and 0.5. The same thing for these vertical lines. Here's how you dimension something in Onshape. You're going to go right here to the Dimension tool. Once it's activated, you click on the line that you want. So right now this line is 2.506. I would like to change it to 1.25. If you find that your screen gets too big or too small, what you can do is use the roller ball on your mouse or any of the zoom tools such as Zoom to Fit. The next line was 1. The next line was 0.75 and 0.5. These lines were 0.75, 0.5, 0.25. Don't worry if your drawing doesn't look exactly as it is in the example. The idea right now is that you're practicing drawing your lines and getting the dimensions correct. Let's do the circles now. The circles have a dimension of 0.6 and 0.5. We'll start with those. Dimension. Click the outside of the circle. This is the diameter that this is measuring. 0.6, 0.5. And now our concentric circles, which are circles that share the same center point, are 0.4 for the larger one and 0.3 diameter for the bigger one. So let's do the center circle first. That has a diameter of 0.3. And the outer diameter is 0.4. Excellent. Let's dimension now the arcs. We take a look at the arcs. One has a radius of 0.2. The other has a radius of 0.45. Still make sure my dimension tool is on. This has a radius of 0.2. And this one will have a radius of 0.45. Last thing we need to do is dimension our rectangles down here. If we look at the first one, it has a height of 0.4 and a width of 0.75. Dimension tool, 0.4, 0.75. Other two rectangles, we look at our drawing. They both have widths of 1. And now to put in the correct heights, 0.2 and 0.3. That is the first drawing on the worksheet, all complete. Remember, yours does not need to look exactly like it does in the example. The idea is you've drawn lines, circles, arcs, and rectangles and dimensioned them properly.